I've got a great idea. Come on, let's get started.
Look around, find your inspiration. Take that step, use your imagination. You don't need to go direct, the road may not lead where you expect. Cause it's the trip, it's not the destination. Make magic, take the stage. Roll the camera, turn the page. Take a chance and do the dance. Our story starts with a beat in the heart. Find your own voice, it's what sets you apart. Our story starts with a beat in the heart.
Hi, I'm Tomie DePaola. Here I am. Want to tell some stories? Come on in. I bet you're wondering what I'm doing down here.
Hiya, Tommy. What are you doing down here?
Oh, I'm just admiring the view, Gabe.
Oh,
Things sure look different from down here.
not to me. This is the way things usually look to a squirrel.
Oh, that's right. This is how you look at the world. Down here, I see all the books on the low shelves. I see things I've lost under the table. Oh, there's a quarter, a nickel, and what's that?
Oh, a bag of cashews, excuse me. Gee, I better find a new hiding place for this.
How you look at the world is your point of view. In storytelling, it's not just about whether you're up high or down low. It's about who is telling the story and how they see the world.
And who is telling the story can change how the story is told.
Oh, that's right, Straganona. Do you know about point of view?
When you live with two opposites like Big Anthony and Bambalona, you soon see that everyone has a different point of view. One afternoon, Bambalona and Big Anthony were in town selling the pies I'd made. At least that's what I thought they were doing.
And if it wasn't for you, we'd be wheeling home money instead of empty pie tins.
It wasn't my fault. It was yours.
It was your fault.
What? It was your
happened?
fault.
Children, please, aspetta. Wait, where did this cute little dog come from?
I don't know. I guess he followed us home.
Oh, well, I want to hear the whole story.
Oh, well.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. You know how customers don't like to buy pies covered in flies?
Well, I never thought of it, but it is true.
Well, I knew that if I kept the pies moving, then the flies wouldn't be able to land on them. And that's why I moved the cart back and forth, all around the village. It would have worked if Bambalona didn't keep dusting the pies. I told her, Bambalona, stop, you're gonna tip over the cart.
Oh, I am not.
But she wouldn't stop dusting, and so the cart tipped over and made a mess. And it's all Bambalona's fault. Quiet!
That is not what happened at all.
Well, all right then, let's hear your story.
I was trying to sell your delicious pies. And if you want to sell pies, they can't be covered in dust.
See, this is true.
Of course you know that, Straganona, but Big Anthony isn't clever enough to understand such things. All he wanted to do was rock the pie cart back and forth, all around the village. Big Anthony, stop! You're gonna tip over this cart! I tried to make him stop, but he just rocked it more, and that made it very difficult for me to keep dusting. He simply wouldn't stop rocking back and forth, and so the cart tipped over and made a mess. And it's all Big Anthony's fault. Quiet.
I think the dog is trying to tell us something. I only wish we knew what he was trying to tell us.
But it wouldn't change a thing. It's still all Big Anthony's fault.
It's your fault.
Your fault?
It's your fault.
Yours?
No, yours.
Avanti, come in.
Oh, excuse me. Ah, I see you have my dog.
Oh, see, he is a very good doggy.
Oh, no, he's very bad dog. Here, this should pay for the damages.
Huh? What damage?
Oh, to your pie cart. This silly dog, he tipped it over. Come on, Hunter, let's go home. Come on, boy.
So you two were saying whose fault it was?
I knew it was the dog's fault all along.
Me too.
You did not.
I did too.
Did not.
Did too.
Did not.
I did too.
Did not.
I did too.
You did not.
I did too.
Did not.
Everyone sees things differently, especially Bambalona and Big Anthony. Ciao, Tomie.
Ciao, Streganona. So, you see, what happens in a story often depends on who's telling it. That's what point of view is all about. Now, what's your point of view about this? Every picture tells a story. What story do you see? What you see depends on where you stand. If you stand really close, you're only going to see my nose. And if you stand above me and look down, you'll see the top of my head. In a simple way, that's what we mean by point of view. It's where you place the audience. With point of view, you decide how people experience your story. Let me show you what I mean. In my book, Big Anthony, His Story, I use point of view to show how Big Anthony kept making mistakes. In this picture, I show a haystack the way Big Anthony sees it just before he places all of the farmer's lunch sacks under it for safekeeping. To Big Anthony, the haystack is standing alone. But then I show the haystack through the eyes of the farmers. They're standing much farther back than Big Anthony. From their point of view, we can see that there are lots of haystacks. And we know right away that Big Anthony is never going to be able to figure out which haystack those lunches are under. Point of view helped me tell my story without using words. Let's look at another example. In this part of the story, Big Anthony opens all of the gates one by one. From where he's standing, he doesn't know he's creating a big problem. But when we look at the same scene from a bird's eye view, we can see that by opening all those gates, Big Anthony is letting the sheep run away. Point of view isn't only about where someone is when they tell a story, it's also about who that character is. That's why when the hero saves the world from destruction by cheese, his story comes out a happy tale of victory. For the hero, saving the world is a good thing. But for the villain who wanted to destroy the world with cheese, the same story comes out as the saddest story ever. It all depends on point of view. And now, let's meet someone who has a lot of different points of view. Today's guest storyteller, photographer, John E. Barrett.
Hi, Tommy. Hi, Gabe. I'm John Barrett, photographer here in New York. You know, as long as I can remember, I've enjoyed taking pictures to tell a story, stopping a moment in time that I can look back at later and see if it represented what I envisioned. I began taking pictures around the age of 10. I got this wonderful little box camera, which is absolutely simple, a lot like point-and-shoot cameras that people use today, that even the throwaway ones. And I would go out and take pictures of absolutely everything I could. I would think of a little story I might want to tell, and I would take a sequence of pictures. I would put those together. And I would give those to people, and they enjoyed them, and it kind of intrigued me as photography as a living. But I was only about 10 at the time, so it took a long time and a lot of pictures before I started to want to know more about photography. And it became clear to me the only way to really do that was to go to school. So eventually I was lucky enough to go off to college and study photography professionally. And when I got out of college, I assisted for a while, and then I moved to New York and opened my own studio. As a photographer, I have a lot of equipment that I use to take a photograph. I use a lot of different cameras to get the effect that I want, and each camera has a different lens, which helps in getting that effect. Some lenses are wide, which make you see a lot, and some lenses bring the world that's further away closer to you. And you use what you want to get the look that you want in the picture. One of the really neat things about photography is that everybody sees things differently. You could have 10 people take a picture of the same thing, and it would look different to each person. Every photograph would then be different. These are black and whites, but you have scenics and portraits and animal shots. You know, I get ideas to take photographs by looking at magazines, TV, newspapers, whatever. But what really works for me is just going around and seeing and looking, and then when I'm somewhere and the light is a certain way, I take a picture. If it moves me, I take a picture. If it makes an impact on me and I like it, I take a picture. I don't worry about it, I don't think about it, I just get it in the camera. My photographs that I take capture a moment, and that moment has a beginning, a middle, and an end that tell a story. And you can tell your stories too if you take photographs. You don't need a lot of equipment, you don't need any fancy cameras. All you need is a simple camera and the desire to take pictures of your world as you see it. The main thing is to go take those photographs. I gotta go now. Take care and say cheese.
Thanks, John. You're right. There are stories any place you aim your camera or your eyes.
Let's see, oh, this looks like a good place to hide it.
Hiding your cashews, Gabe?
Just a second, don't peek.
Oh, I won't, Gabe.
Okay, you can look now.
Say, Gabe, I just came up with another way to think about point of view.
What'd you think up this time?
Well, you could try imagining how others see the world.
You lost me again. How do I do that?
Well, for instance, you can pretend to see things from the point of view of an astronaut.
An astronaut, huh?
If you were an astronaut, what would the Earth look like to you?
Cool.
Or you can imagine that you are,
Hey, look, hey, it's a butterfly.
Oh, well, Gabe, why don't you imagine you're that butterfly flying around the room?
Wow, I'm getting a butterfly's
that.
eye
Whoa.
view.
Ooh.
Whee, I'm flying.
Oh, very good, Gabe.
Hey, there he goes.
Good. You can even imagine that you're something like my shoes. How would you see the world then?
Gee, that's a tough one.
Try it. Pretend you're my shoe.
Okay, here goes. I am Tommy's shoes. My best friends are a pair of socks. I run inside, I run outside. It's a lot of fun being Tommy's shoes, except sometimes he has sweaty feet.
Sweaty feet?
Oh, it wasn't my idea. It was your shoe's point of view.
That's right, Tommy. It was me, your shoe, talking.
What do you know? Seeing things from another point of view. Anyone can do it.
Yeah, even a shoe.
That's shoe biz. Ooh, so this is what things look like where you stand.
What do you think?
Nice view.
And now it's time to hear some stories from a very special point of view. Yours. Everyone has stories to tell, and their own way to tell them. It's about sharing what's in your heart and letting the world know this is my story.
Well, this year's story is it's called Mission to Org. Well, it all starts with two astronauts going to their ship, their rocket. Yeah, and the next page shows them how they're getting ready to blast off. And that's them going at the speed of light from Earth. Well, they go at the speed of light. It's fast. You can't even catch them. And once they're on the planet, there's the bush right there. Once I get there, I'm hiding in the bush because I'm kind of like ambushed and I'm here to try to scare them. I like scaring people. And so on the next page, he scares them. And then Then that's them going back to Earth. And then their ship crashes back at the space station. And also, there's him going back to Earth.
Yeah, and then, now I know where their location is. And so, that's the story.
Isn't it great how everyone has their own unique way of making up a story? It's different from mine, from your friends, and even from Gabe? Gabe, I wonder where he went. Gabe!
So let me get this straight. Point of view is about how you see the world? Right. You can tell a story from your own point of view or pretend you're somebody else.
That is cool.
I pretended I was a cow once. Yeah, it was a moving experience. See, it was a cow, and because they moo, well, never mind.
Point of view is all about how you see what you see and what you say when you see it. What do you say? In other words, hit it!
Keep on telling stories. Hey, Lungs, what's the message here?
POV, that's point of view, Wade. Here it goes. Any side that I may see, I think you might see it differently, day or night. It's no mystery. What I'm talking about is POV. On what you do, a tale can bend into something new, 'cause it's the lens that you're looking through that gives a story point of view. La 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 la, la 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 la. Tell me a story, paint a scene, put it on a screen. Tell me a story. There's a joke or a poem in every home. You gotta keep on telling stories. Tell me a story. Tell me a story. Everybody has their own way of looking at the world. Each raccoon is unique.
No two penguins waddle in just the same way.
Every weasel is one of a kind.
And rabbits basically all think alike.
They do?
Yeah, but only when it comes to my jokes. See, every time I tell one, no bunny laughs.
Oh! Shall we get back to the beat?
Hey, let's do it! Tell me a story.
What you are and what you see.
That's what we mean by POV.
Tell me a story. Every song you sing, gotta make it your thing. Gotta keep on telling stories. You know you won't be sorry if you keep on telling stories. Keep on! You know what, Tommy? Nobody else sees the world exactly the way I do.
That's right, Gabe. You have a squirrely, one-of-a-kind point of view. But sometimes it's important to try to see things from another person's point of view.
Well, how come?
That way, you can better understand why they feel the way they do. Like the time Nana Fall River came to take care of us. That's when we were living at 26 Fairmount Avenue. It was just before my baby sister was born. Mom told me that when she went to the hospital to have the baby, Aunt Nell would stay with us to watch after me and my brother Buddy. Aunt Nell was lots of fun, so I was really excited. But then something happened and Aunt Nell couldn't come. Nana Fall River came instead. Nana Fall River was my Italian grandmother who lived in Fall River, Massachusetts. She thought she was helping, but from my point of view, she was making everything awful. Nana Fall River always traveled with her apron and lots of food. She brought spaghetti sauce, tomatoes, peppers, loaves of Italian bread, and cookies that were hard as rocks. For dinner, Nana Fall River made spaghetti that was long and thick with big round holes. Dad called them sewer pipes. My plate was piled high. Manja, manja, eat, eat, she said. But I didn't eat very much. On the morning my baby sister was born, I should have been happy, but I wasn't. Mom wasn't home, and Nana Fall River was still there. For breakfast, she gave me a piece of Italian bread that she toasted on top of the stove. No butter and jelly allowed. It wasn't until I finally saw my mother wave to me from her hospital room and say she'd be home soon that I started to feel happy. I felt so happy that I ran home and told Nana Fall River about talking to Mom and promised to be a good boy. Let's be friends, I said. And that night, I ate all my sewer pipes and happily fell asleep in my bedroom at 26 Fairmount Avenue. You know, Gabe, once I realized that Nana Fall River was trying to help in her own way, it was a lot easier for us to get along.
Yeah, I guess she really was trying to take care of you. Just like I take care of you.
You take care of me?
Well, from my point of view, I do.
You sure do.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, keep telling stories. I always thought it was me taking care of you.
Oh, no, that's where you got it all wrong. See, I take care of you.
Okay, yeah. Well, can I have a cup of hot chocolate then?
No.
Oh.
Kids, sure.
Aw, thank you, Gabe. Love you too.
Love ya.
Love ya.